Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, and next double honors to the head apostles / elder bishops of the great millstone who teach and who rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to all you sincere Akim. Keep pushing, keep believing, and keep the faith, regardless of whether people hear or whether they forbear. All right. And this lesson is going to be going to the topic of how not all Israelites are created the same. Okay, you have many different Israelite groups and factions and sects, and people like to lump us all into one. All right, but we are not all the same. All right, Great Millstone differentiates from any other Israelite camp or group, and yeah, I mean that's important to know because at the end of the day, there's only one truth. All right, and one group of men who's going to have that. All right. And we believe that to be Great Millstone and the affiliates. Okay, that's one of the things that Great Millstone and the affiliates like to say. Okay, that we have the 100% truth according to the Bible. All right, but you got many different types of Israelites. You have Old Testament only Israelites, New Testament only Israelites, Black only Israelites, vegan Israelites. You got Yah Israelites. Okay, you got Jewish Israelites. Okay, Israelites that follow Judaism. I mean, you got all kind of different Israelite sects, okay, but once again, only one has the truth, and you got to figure out who that is. Like I said, we, believe that we're of those men, okay, that are coming in the spirit of prophecy, which we always talk about, all right, because the spirit of prophecy is only going to be given to the true disciples of Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, all right, tells you that in Isaiah 8 and 16, okay, bind up the testimony and seal the law among my disciples, the testimony of the Lord being the spirit of prophecy. All right. But I was listening to one of the brothers, GMS Kansas City, all right, GMS Kansas City Prophets, okay, and he was kind of going into that. And as he was speaking, the only thing that I could think of was I could not have said it better myself. All right. So I'm going to let you listen to what he said in this clip, and then I'm going to bring out some scriptures, and Lord's will is edifying to the elect.
Bash camps because they've probably had a bad experience or they just ain't got the balls to go out there and do the work. But regardless of it, at the end of the day, you're gonna find out that the men in the camps were the one that was actually teaching the truth outside of these comment board behind a keyboard Facebook Israelites were Yah people, man. Okay, you're gonna find out that you were not doing the work of the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, it's not dealing with any one of you. Okay, and I say that with confidence and boldness. The Lord is not dealing with any Yah Israelite. He's not dealing with Facebook Israelites.
I 100% concur. All right, the Spirit of the Lord is not dealing with Yah Israelites, man. Okay, because here's the thing: anybody can pick up and read the Bible. Anybody can do that. All right, but can't just anybody break down the prophecies. All right, and you're not seeing Yah Israelites going and breaking down, Revelations and Ezekiel, Isaiah, Malachi. All right, they really don't even, I come across their videos every now and again, and I listen just to see what kind of stuff they go into. All right, but they don't really go into that kind of stuff, man. All right, they're pretty much really Israelite Christians. All right, for the most part. Okay, they don't call on the false name of JC, but they call on the false name of Yah and Yahuwah, Yehoshua. All right, so and then like I said, their tenets, all right, their doctrine is similar to Christians. They're really not much more knowledgeable than Christians, except for the fact that they know they're Israelites. All right. But anyways, okay, like I said, I couldn't agree more myself. And this is important to know because when you're looking for teachers to learn from, all right, you got to have that spiritual discernment to tell who's who. Okay, and that's actually a video that I want to make pretty soon, maybe tomorrow, where I wrote down in my notes 7 red flags or spiritual markers, you could say, of false prophets, okay, or those who have, I guess you could say wickedness in their spirit, because really, if you go up against the prophecies, then you have guile, all right. If you go up against the prophecies, or if you don't teach the prophecies, okay, because that's really the true testimony of Yahweh Shai. When you're coming in the spirit of the Lord, you're going to prophesy, all right. And as he says in this video, you'll find that Great Millstone, all right, and their affiliates are really the main camp that goes and focuses on prophecy, okay? Focuses on what's getting ready to happen. Other camps are more focused on debating, different things like that. okay, trying to appear a certain way. All right, but they're not really going and breaking down prophecies day in and day out, week in and week out. All right, and also Great Millstone is by far the most diligent as well, the most diligent camp. I mean, you got hundreds of videos flooding the airways, every single day, every single night. There's videos going up. Most brothers in GMS are doing one, maybe two, even three videos a day. All right, I try to do two regular videos and then a live every day. And most days I meet my standard, but just the point is, it's not boasting in works. It's all through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But the point I'm making is that, really, there's only one group of men that fulfill the role of the prophets today. All right, and that's GMS and their affiliates, and that's becoming more and more apparent as time goes on. Okay, the Lord is exposing different groups, and we're really seeing, behind the scenes what's really going on. Okay, but anyways, let's keep playing the video.
Okay, he's not dealing with part-time Israelites. He's not dealing with Old Testament only Israelites. He's not dealing with New Testament only Israelites, but he's dealing with the prophets. Okay, so when you go here, it says people know it's right and they're afraid of truth. That's why they hate so much. They hate it so much. Yeah, of course. It says shalom, not a part of a camp, but all crazy ain't crazy, right? Because like I said, most Jakes don't want to come under camps because they don't want to be under no type of authority. They don't want nobody telling them or guiding them in ways that's essential to their salvation. They look at us like y'all a bunch of niggas. Like, we don't want y'all guiding us, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna take credit for I'm not gonna take counsel from another man. How can this nigga younger than me be over me? And this is the spirit that these Jakes come in. This is why a lot of them bash camps, because they lack order.
All right, and the brother made another video yesterday, slightly touching on that. Okay, he made a video where pretty much when you looked up, I forgot exactly what it's called. It's like some kind of search engine, but it's on the previous video. If you go on his page, GMS Kansas City Prophets, and you go to the video made before this, Chat GPI, something like that, or Chat GPT, something like that. All right, he looked up GMS, all right, Great Millstone, and their summary of Great Millstone was that Great Millstone was one of the harshest and most strict sects of the Hebrew Israelites. And essentially, okay, what does that really mean? That means that we don't deviate from the scriptures. See, a lot of these different groups, okay, they deviate from the scriptures. They go based off of their emotions. Their doctrine is based off of emotions. All right, it's not based off of what the scriptures say, just raw and hard, as it reads. Okay. And we're going to get into that with some scriptures I'm going to bring out later on. All right. But that's really what it is. They lack order. All right. They're not really looking for order. See, a lot of people, they want to serve the Lord. All right. But they want to serve the Lord the way that they want to do it. Okay. Because you come around GMS. All right. You're going to get reproved. You're going to get rebuked. And really, people hate that. Okay. A fool hates to be rebuked. All right. As it says in Proverbs 9:8. Okay. Rebuke a scorner, and he will hate thee, but rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. Okay, so a lot of these different Israelites, okay, they really just lack discipline, all right, and they hate structure and order. Okay, so that's why they hate the camps, because maybe some of them had tried to come around and they got rebuked, they couldn't handle it. I mean, I see it all the time, but that's what we're called to do. We're called to rebuke. We're called to judge. All right, our culture, the Israelite culture, is a culture of judgment. Okay, when Yahushua comes, he's coming to judge. All right. There's a whole book in the Bible called Judges. Okay, that's what we're required to do. Okay, the Lord said, cry aloud, spare not. Matter of fact, let's get that right quick. All right, let's go ahead and get that right quick. All right, let's see. Isaiah 58. Isaiah 58:1. It says, cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. Let me just click on it. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show my people their transgression and the house of Jacob their sins. That's what we're supposed to do. But a lot of people, they don't like that. They don't like order. So what do? They buck up and they go off on their own. And a lot of them are gonna, find out that they're gonna end up being destroyed. Okay, it's the same thing. I mean, you had prophets back in the day, like Moses, okay, in the wilderness, and they went up against him. They went up against Jeremiah, Isaiah, all the prophets, man. All of them spoke of how they caught hell. Even King David. Okay, Psalms, the 69th chapter, is all about him putting curses on wicked Israelites. Okay, because why? Because they They've always went up and fought against the prophets. It's the same thing today, man. It's the same people coming back. Let's go back to the video.
You know? She says, Shalom, brother, daughter of Yah, right? I'm not really with the camp. I do support some things they teach about in my journey. I read the Bible on my own, precept to precept. I also did my own research. And when a woman is talking like that, the part she don't deal with is the fact that the Israelite man is over the woman, and the fact that the woman has to bow down and submit to the black man. That's probably her only discrepancy, because in these other Israelite religions, so to speak, they teach that basically feminism. Okay.
Yep. All right. A lot of Jakes. Okay. They have a Queen of Heaven spirit. All right. And you see that. Okay. You see a lot of different Israelites are very feminine and very emotional. Okay. But the men of the Lord are hard. Okay. They're hardened. Okay. Not their heart is not hard. All right. But when it comes down to sin, they're not gonna be. We're not going to spare feelings, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. When it comes down, and the Lord said that, cry aloud, spare not. That means don't spare their feelings. Okay. Reprove the people, rebuke the people. All right. That's what Yahushua did. Let's get a precept on that. Okay. When Yahushua, when he went to different places, that's what he would do. Okay. He would rebuke. All right. Matthew chapter 11. All right, Matthew chapter 11 and verse 20. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get some context. Matthew 11 and 19. All right, it says, the Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, behold, a man gluttonous and a winebibber, a friend of publicans and sinners, but wisdom is justified of her children. So they hated Yahushua. All right, they were looking for ways things to accuse him of. Okay, the same thing that they do today. All right, verse 20. Then began he to upbraid the cities wherein most of his mighty works were done, because they repented not. What does upbraid mean? All right, let's get the definition on that. Okay, the word upbraid, it means to find fault with. Okay, finding fault, picking out someone's weaknesses, infirmities, to upbraid. Okay, to scold, to reprimand. All right, these are the definitions. Merriam-Webster says to criticize severely, to find fault with, to reproach severely, to scold vehemently, very harshly. Okay, this is what Yahushua did, man. All right, so all that, that's why we talk about it all the time, man. That weak, emotional spirit, okay, will get you destroyed in this truth. For the men, even women, you have to put your emotions to the side, to a certain extent, because the time we're coming into, all right, I've heard the Apostle Kabar say, he said, we don't have time to be depressed. We don't have time to be this and that. Okay, we may feel these emotions, but we have a mission to do. We must stay focused on the mission. And like I said, a lot of people, they lack discipline, and they hate order, they hate structure. So that's why they rise up against the camps, especially GMS, because GMS is the main one that's pushing out that order. But that's what Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is all about. He's about order, discipline. Okay, he's known of as an austere man. Let's get that right quick. All right, and this is the parable that was used. Okay, but anyways, it still applies. Okay, so this is Luke 19 and 21. For I feared thee, because thou art an austere man. Thou takest up that thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow. This is talking about the unprofitable servant. Okay, now let's get the definition. It's a parable here, but let's get the definition of austere. Okay, this is how Yahushua was described. All right, austere, it means severe or strict in manner, attitude, or appearance. All right, it also can mean humble, all right, lowly. Okay, austere means it can also mean you live a very simple lifestyle. Merriam-Webster dictionary, okay, it says stern and cold in appearance or manner. That's how Yahushua was. Okay, it says morally strict. All right, someone who's morally strict, if you come around them with foolishness, they're going to call you out on it. All right, it says giving little or no scope for pleasure. All right, so Yahushua lived a simple life and a life of suffering, and we're coming in the same stead. We tell you brothers all the time, this truth is about suffering. It's not about filthy lucre. Okay, getting money, getting rich carnally. It's not about fame and fortune. Okay, of course, people are gonna recognize us. I've been recognized before, being in the little town that I live in, a little city, but I mean, it ain't about that, man. That's all crap. All right, it's all crap. None of it means anything. Okay, our glory Right? Our glory is going to come in the kingdom. Okay, but right now we are to move in the same spirit as Yahweh Shai, an austere spirit. All right, strict, not given to folly, not given to pleasure. All right, the Lord is going to exalt us in due time. 1 Peter 5:6. It says, "Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High, that He may exalt you in due time." Okay, so this ain't the time. This ain't the. This is scripture, 2 Ezra 7:42, I believe it is. Okay, it says that this is not the life. This is not the life where much glory does abide. Something like that. Let's see. Boom. 2 Ezra 7:42. He answered me and said, this present life, okay, this life we're in right now, is not the end where much glory doth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak. All right. So this is not our time to be, living lavishly and driving in a Benz, all that crap, man. Okay, that's all crap. Yahweh Shai wasn't coming like that. All right, and these men are not going to come in that spirit. But a lot of Israelites, like I said, they really want to still be part of the world. All right, and that's not going to cut it.
And you can just tell by a lot of times by that content they post. She don't want to be in order. Okay, nice looking woman, but you gonna find out that you're going to have to come under man Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Look at her. Major. It's very safe to say they are right. Now, brothers, I want y'all to pay attention. These women that y'all see, they watching y'all pages, brothers. Okay? These women know who we are. They watching you, brothers. And when the time is right, these same women that you see, they going to be coming up looking for y'all, brothers, man. Myself included. But I'm not speaking on myself, okay? Because, I'm not speaking. It's not about me. This is about the truth. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and you, brothers. But they going to come beating down our doors looking to be with the men of the Lord if we be the men of the Lord. Peep this. Sunday to Sabbath. You are correct. Another woman. All right? They know what's up, brothers. So, hey, get ready. Like we told y'all, Isaiah 4:1 will take place on this side. Look at her.
That's another problem that a lot of Israelites have. Okay, is that just like Adam, he took heed to the words of Eve. All right, a lot of Jakes are woman worshippers. They have a Queen of Heaven spirit on them. Okay, so they're afraid to offend women. They're afraid to offend people. Period. All right, you got Yah Israelites talking about the camps are an embarrassment to the people. All right, not understanding that the scriptures tell us in the curses that we be a proverb of reproach. All right, we're going to be hated no matter what we do. The real embarrassment is you sell out niggas. All right, that's the real embarrassment. Okay, you afraid to be persecuted. You afraid to be hated for the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, that's the real fucking embarrassment. Okay, you want to talk about an embarrassment? All right, that's the real embarrassment right there. Okay, you don't have the balls to face persecution from these heathens and other Israelites for the truth. All right, and like I said, we're gonna call you out on that, man. Okay, let's get another precept. All right, Yahweh Shai spoke about people that do that, man. All right, Mark 8:38. It says, "Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels." You're ashamed. You gotta, now with the way things are going, okay, maybe people are starting to understand that the truth is what we say it is, and they're more open to the prophecies, hence the video. All right, but you got a lot of Israelites that they're afraid to tell these heathens that are going into captivity. You got a lot of Israelites that are afraid to tell them to tell these heathens what the Lord is getting ready to come back to do, man. All right, because they're ashamed of the prophecies. They're ashamed of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And the thing about it here is that it's mostly Israelites that come up against us. All right, whether it be Yah Israelites or a variety of 2/3 Israelites or black Christians. Okay, so-called black Latino Christians. All right, but once again, you're ashamed of what the scriptures say. Okay, the Lord is going to be ashamed of you. Let's get another precept on that. Jeremiah 48:10. All right, it reads, "Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood." All right, this is your spiritual sword. You're afraid to cut people. All right, you're afraid to rebuke. Okay, you're afraid of, you ain't gonna hurt their feelings. All right, excuse my French, but you sound like a bitch, man. All right, you sound like a bitch. And the Lord, he's not dealing with that, man. Okay, he's an austere man, strict. All right, strict in manner and appearance. Okay, zealous for righteousness. All right, religiously strict. Okay, that's how Yahushua was. All right, and all the prophets were like that. You read Nehemiah the 13th chapter. All right, he was pulling people's hair out, slapping them. You know, you're not gonna go off in front of me. Now, of course, we can't do that today, but that's how it was back then, man. All right, and really, you know, we slap you with the sword of the spirit. All right, you come around us with folly and false doctrine, we're gonna get our swords all bloody. All right, we're gonna rebuke you before all. 1 Timothy 5:20. Let's get that. It says, "Them that sin rebuke before all, that others also may fear." All right, we got to serve the Lord with fear and trembling. You can't be all emotional and weak in this thing of ours, man. All right, that's especially for you men. Okay, you out there on the highways and byways. Look, we get food thrown at us. People have spit at us or on us. All right, some people try to get physically violent. Okay, these things are gonna happen. You got to be a soldier, endure hardness as a good soldier for Yahweh Shai. But everybody's not cut from the same cloth, man. That's why I say, title this video. All right, all Israelites are not built the same, man. All right, let's go back.
Not bad looking, right? And I'm not over here picking out women, but I'm just saying they know what's up. Bro, our camp page, we have a lot of views on our camp page. People still straddling the fence, and then you still got people that's still holding on to this world. So therefore, they ain't ready to let go the ways of the world. But you got to say the hell with that, and you got to come back down to the true teaching of Yahweh Shai, man. Like it says, ISUPK. Where you located, brother? We have schools in almost every state and major city. Well, I will recommend you not to attend ISUPK schools because ISUPK is not the prophets of the Lord. Okay? When you go into the zealots of the Bible or the chimarooms or the kimarooms, that's those niggas, man. Okay? You may have some sincere brothers in there, so I'm not going to knock them all. But that leadership in that congregation, they're not the men of the Lord. And on top of that, they teach that we're in a new covenant. So if I was you, I'd steer clear of ISUPK. Clear. Right?
Okay, all right. So that's the end of that clip. I'm gonna rapid fire some scriptures because I had some scriptures I wanted to bring out, but this video is already going longer. But it's all through the spirit, man. I always say I try to make my videos in between 15 and 20 minutes, but it never seems to happen that way. It is what it is. More edification. Let's go ahead and get this right quick. Ephesians chapter 4, and I'm gonna start at verse 4. It says, "There is one body and one spirit." Okay, and those different names have different spirits attached to them. So you either an Israelite of Yahweh Shem Shai, or you a Yahuwah Israelite, a Yah Israelite. All right, two different spirits. Only one of them has the truth. Once again, it's up to you to decide. Okay, but you shall know the tree by its fruits. All right. Once again, GMS. Okay, GMS specifically and the affiliates are constantly on fire for the Lord. Okay, hundreds of videos going up daily amongst the brotherhood. All right, and occupied in prophecy. Okay, the main camp that's really bringing out the mysteries of the prophecy. So once again, you figure out who's who. Okay, but there's one body and one spirit, even as you are called, and one hope of your calling. One Lord and faith and one baptism, and one God and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you all. Okay, this was obviously Paul talking to the church at Ephesus. All right, but even back then, you wouldn't have had the Ephesians preaching a different gospel than the Corinthians. You wouldn't have had the Ephesians preaching a different gospel than the Colossians. Okay, all of them were speaking the same thing, which brings me to my next point. All right, 1 Corinthians, I think it's the first chapter. All right, and verse 10. Yep, this is it. It says, "Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, that ye all speak the same thing, and that there be no divisions among you, but that you be perfectly joined together in the same mind and the same judgment." All right, so you got unity camps. You got 5 different camps all come together. All right, all of them teach different doctrines. Okay, this is confusion. All right, somebody comes up and asks, "What's the mark of the beast?" Okay, one camp going to tell you it's sin. One camp going to say it's sleeping with a white woman. One camp's going to say that it's the microchip. All these different. You see the confusion there? Matter of fact, let's get another precept on that. Okay. No, man, we have to all speak the same thing. Okay, this is 1 Corinthians the 14th chapter, because this causes confusion. All right, 1 Corinthians the 14th chapter. Okay, and I'm gonna get verse 7. It says, "And even things," let me click on it, "and even things without life-giving sound, whether pipe or harp, except they give a distinction in the sounds, how shall it be known what is piped or harped?" Okay, so it's saying, talking about instruments, right? It's using a metaphor. Okay, if you have a piano and then you have another person playing the flute, okay, you know what sound is going out, or what instrument is being played based off of that sound that goes out. If you start playing a piano and it sounds like a trumpet, then you know something's off. Okay, same way as if you have the men of the Lord, they're supposed to be prophesying, but they're not prophesying. They're focused on other things. Okay, they're focused on debates. So they telling you that Esau can make it. Esau's gonna be in the kingdom of heaven ruling. All right, just weird, bugged out doctrines. They're giving off the wrong sound. So you should know that these are not the prophets of the Lord. These are not the servants of the Lord. Okay, based on what the scriptures are saying. Okay, verse 8, it says, "For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle?" Because that's ultimately what the prophecies are all about. The prophecies is about preparing yourself for the battle of the day of the Lord. But you got the Christians over here with prosperity doctrine, prosperity gospel, okay, talking about supersessionism, all right, or replacement theology. All nations going to make it. That's not according to prophecy. You playing an uncertain sound. And you got Yah Israelites, all right, that similar to the Christians. Okay, a lot of them, they're not going to tell you that all nations are going to make it, but they have other out of order doctrines. Okay, you're given an uncertain sound. You got IUIC, okay, saying that the mark of the beast is sin. All right, so what happens when the chip comes out, which is very obvious that that's what's coming soon? Okay, they're getting ready to get rid of physical cash. Okay, what is your congregation going to do? And the people that follow you, they're probably going to end up taking it. Okay, because why? You gave an uncertain sound. You see that? So it's extremely important that we all teach the same thing and 100% truth according to the Bible. But we know that according to prophecy that there is going to be false prophets out there. All right, that's prophesied. So you can't. It's gonna be there. All right, but it's up to you to have that discernment. And really, if Yahweh Shem Shai is dealing with you, then you're gonna have that discernment. Before I even came into the truth, I had came across different camps, and I was preaching out there on my own. Okay, I was preaching by myself in different camps that came and tried to recruit me. All right, but when I came across something, just didn't feel right. But when I came across GMS, okay, I knew this is it. This is the 100% truth according to the Bible. And I'm not saying to go off of emotions and feelings all the time, because that can mislead you. All right, the heart is desperately wicked. Who can know it? All right, but I left Christianity because I was reading and studying and realizing the prophecies didn't line up with Christian doctrine. So I said, they're teaching lies, they're teaching falsehoods. And when I tried to bring it up, they didn't want to hear none of it. They didn't have the answers. Okay, so I went off on my own, and then that's when the Lord eventually brought me to Great Millstone. Okay, but that's because they were giving that sound. They were bringing out the true sound that the prophets would bring out according to the scriptures. Okay, and really at the end of the day, it's all predestined and preordained. Man's goings of the Lord. So I'm not even really mad if you're caught up in false doctrine. That's just your lot. Okay, this is St. John chapter 10. Okay, and verse let's see, St. John chapter 10 and verse 27. "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me." All right, that's it. Okay, if you're if you're a sheep of Yahweh Shem Shai, okay, you're gonna hear that voice of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, it's just plain and simple. Okay, and you're gonna follow it. Now, let's keep going. Let's get this next three scriptures. Okay, we're to have no dealings with people who preach false doctrine. This is Romans 16 and verse 17. It says, "Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them." Okay, 100% truth is being brought out. Somebody comes with a weird, bugged out doctrine. You mark them. How do you mark them? You make a video on them. You rebuke them publicly. All right, and then you avoid them. We have no dealings with you. We don't want to talk to you. We don't want to know you. As Manasseh Zagba always says, we don't know you and we don't owe you. All right. Okay, it says, "For they that are such serve not our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple." Okay, so once again, all right, they're not truly serving the Lord. They think they are, but they're serving him the way that they want to, which is incorrect. Okay, they serving their own belly for whatever ulterior motive that they have. All right, and by good words and fair speeches. Okay, that's a key component of a false prophet. Good word and fair speeches. He doesn't He's going to tell you, he's going to tickle your ear. He's going to tell you what you want to hear. Okay, but GMS, we're constantly bringing out rebukes, constantly calling out the wicked. Esau and these 2/3, man. All right. And they deceive the hearts of the simple. And that's why I say you can't always listen to your emotions, because, some actually that it talks about that in Sirach, the 4th chapter. Okay, when you first enter into wisdom, it's not going to feel good. Okay, you're going to be tempted. You're going to have to be tried in the fire. All right, you got to go through that spiritual fire. This is Sirach chapter 4 and verse 11. Wisdom exalteth her children and layeth hold of them that seek her. All right, I'm going to skip down just to get the point. Okay, verse 17, it says, for at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline, until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws. So when you first enter into the wisdom, all right, it's going to be harsh. Okay, you got to go through that spiritual fire. You got to be battle tested. And that's where most people fold. Okay, they get weak. They fall out. Or they start preaching false doctrine because it feels good. All right, they preach that, look like that video I made on Apostle Curtis. All right, that dude, okay, what he was talking about. I made a video entitled, is it wicked to rejoice at the downfall of the Edomites? And I brought out multiple scriptures, where it shows that it's not. Okay, the elect is going to rejoice when Babylon the Great is destroyed. Revelation 18 and 21 tells you that. All right, but he said, but I'm just not going to do it. See, the reason why he's doing that is because he's trying to appeal to a worldly sense of righteousness. Okay, because in the world, that would be considered wicked. All right, but according to the scriptures, that's not wicked to rejoice at the downfall of Esau. Okay, of the wicked, of Babylon the Great. That's not wicked to do that, man. Okay, and like I said, I brought out many scriptures, but people do that because they serve in their own belly. All right. Anyways, let's go back. Let's go now to 2 John chapter 1. All right, I'm going to get verses 9 and 10. It says, whosoever transgresseth and abideth not in the doctrine of Yahushua, which is all the prophecies, even the most harshest ones, all the law, even the most harshest parts of the law. Okay, if you have a problem with it, you think it's wicked, all right, that's because something is wrong with you. All right, it says, and abideth not in the doctrine of Yahushua has not the Most High. He that abideth in the doctrine of Yahushua, he hath both the Father and the Son. Okay, you can't pick and choose, man. That's what Christians do. They pick and choose what parts of the Bible they like, and the parts that would make the world hate you, they try to justify them, by twisting them around to make it seem like it's something that it's not really what it is, But no, the scriptures say exactly what they say. All right. Okay, and if you teach anything differently, that makes you a false prophet. Okay, and the love of the Most High is not in you. The Most High is not dealing with you, like that guy said. Okay, he said in the clip, he said that the Most High is Yahweh Bashmi Shai is not dealing with no Yah Israelites, man. All right, okay, at least they repent and turn to the truth. Okay, stop calling on false names. All right. Whosoever transgresseth and abideth not in the doctrine of Yahushua hath not the Most High. Okay, the Lord ain't dealing with you. I'm going to skip down, 2 John 1 and 10. If there come any unto you and bring not this doctrine, okay, the 100% truth, all the prophecies, all everything, the whole of it, the whole roll. You got to eat the whole roll. The harshness and everything that comes with it, the blood, the guts, all right, the captivity, slavery, all that's in the Bible, man. You got to accept it all. If any there come unto you and bring not this doctrine, receive him not into your house, neither bid him Godspeed. You're not even supposed to give him a blessing. For he that biddeth him Godspeed is partaker of his evil deeds. You got somebody teaching false doctrine, you co-sign them, you bless them, okay, you act like it's all good. All right, you're a partaker of their evil deeds because you're also leading people astray. All right, so that's why we don't do that unity camp stuff. Okay. Let's go back to Ephesians, 4th chapter. And now I'm going to read verses 11 through 15. And he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Yahushua. Okay? And the prophets, the evangelists, the pastors and teachers, the apostles are the men of the GMS, the Great Millstone, and the affiliates, whether you like it or not. And the Lord is showing that. Okay, more and more each day. Okay, he's putting these lying spirits on these different camps, and they're bugging out. Okay, it says, verse 13, till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of the Most High, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Yahweh Shai. Okay, so this is what perfects us. We need to become full, whole in the gospel. All right, in the understanding. Perfect. I did a lesson on that. Okay, when Matthew 5:48, the Lord said, "Be ye perfect." It means complete. Okay, the Greek word is teleos. It means complete in knowledge, complete and spiritually mature. Okay, verse 14, it says that we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. Okay, so that's the thing. You learn from GMS. All right, you're not gonna be confused. Okay, and that's how we know when people have been watching other camps, because okay, they come and they get confused. They watch us and then they go watch someone else, and now they're confused. Okay, now they come and what does this mean, brother? Well, if you would have just listened to GMS, you would know what it meant. You would know what it means, and you'd be able to break it down and everything. All right, but once again, okay, this truth ain't for everybody. All right, once again, not all Israelites are created equal. Okay, let's get this right quick. Daniel chapter 12 and verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. So a lot of Israelites woke up to the fact that they're Israelites. All right, but that's where it stops. Okay, that's the Yah Israelites. They know they're Israelites, but then that's where it stops at. Okay, they're not gonna be able to go into Ezekiel 39, break it down line upon line, precept upon precept. Revelation the 13th chapter, line upon line, precept upon precept. Revelation the 8th chapter, line upon line, precept upon precept. All right, they probably think that Revelation the 13th chapter or the 12th chapter is talking about an actual dragon. All right, and there's some that are more knowledgeable than others, but I'm just making a point because a lot of them, that's what they are. Okay, they all they know is that they're Israelites and that's it. Okay, it doesn't go any farther than that. So not all Israelites are created the same. Okay, Daniel 12 and 3. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. And that's the elect. Okay, that's another thing. The other camps don't really talk about the elect. Okay, because they're looking to heap up numbers because most of them have 501c3 charters. I know for a fact IUIC and ICPK both have 501c3 charters. And what does that mean? That means tax exemption. That means big dollars for the leadership. Okay, so they're not gonna tell you that the Lord has blinded the vast majority of Israelites because they want numbers. All right, they want to be able to have as many Israelites join their congregation as possible. See, we don't give a damn about that. All right, we don't take money. We don't ask for money. Okay, now if you want to pay tithes or donate, then you have to go and seek out the information to be able to do so. But we don't advertise. Hey, hit the cash app, brother, like Sakari and the New Genesis Israelites do. All right, we're not selling merchandise and none of that. Okay, all we do is bring out the 100% truth according to the Bible, and we do it in high frequency. Okay, but let's get this quick precept. All right, Psalms chapter 4 and verse 3. This is a closeout. I'm gonna close out with this. It says, "But know that the Lord Yahweh has set apart him that is godly for himself." Okay, so he set. That's what that word "holy" really means. It means to be set apart. Okay, he has set apart him that is godly for himself. So not every Israelite is godly. Okay, the Lord did not create everyone equal. It's just the truth. Okay, the prophets were created to be prophets from the womb. 2/3 were created to be 2/3 from the womb. It's all predestinated. All right, that's another stumbling block, but it tells you that in Romans the 8th chapter. Okay, but know that the Lord Yahweh have set apart him that is godly for himself. Yahweh will hear when I call unto him. Okay, and that's our hope that he will hear us in that day of evil that we constantly prophesy about, the days we constantly warn you about. Okay, but take heed, beware of these different false prophets, man. I said that video is going to be coming real soon. All right, 7 red flags. Okay, and I'm gonna go into more detail on it in that video. But anyways, Lord's will, it was edifying and exhorting. As always, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rekah HaKodash, and double honors to the head apostles / elder bishops of the great millstone who teach and who rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to all you sincere Akim. Keep pushing, keep believing, and keep the faith, regardless of whether people hear or whether they forbear. Until next time, Shalom and Abide Ball.